Welcome everyone to our trade training program webinar. My name is Miriam. I'm the distribution coordinator here at Tourism NT. And before we start, I want to respectfully acknowledge and honor the Aboriginal people of the Northern Territory and recognize the continuation of culture, connection to lands, water and country. We pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. Once again, a big welcome to everyone and a happy new year. I know it's already over a month old, but here we are, first trade training program webinar for 2024. And as always, it's great to see so many agents from Australia and New Zealand here today. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. And I know it's a busy season even. So yeah, thanks for being here. I'm also excited to have Dan from THL Camper Rentals here and Hannah from Discovery Parks. Welcome, guys. We'll hear from you shortly. Before we start, I just want to have a few words on the housekeeping. If you have any questions, please put those in the chat box. As always, we have a Q&A at the end of each of our operator presentations, as well as at the end of the webinar. And we're also recording the session to upload it to the trade website. I will send an email out to everyone who has registered for the webinars with a link to the recording and also to the new training module. So please make sure to pay attention to our webinar today, because to be eligible to win one of our incentive prizes, you will need to complete the new Drive Holiday training module, and only this module. You don't need to do all of them. It's all on our trade website. Without further ado, let me dive right in and share my presentation. As always, give me a second to get it all done. Okay, here we are. In today's webinar session, we will have a closer look at our NT Drive holiday itineraries, products and operators. A road trip through the Northern Territory is a journey that takes you from epic destinations and unique experiences such as red desert sunsets, iconic rock formations, tropical waterways, as well as local art, culture and history and wildlife. A big advantage of a road trip in the NT is that you can plan it as rustic or luxurious as you please. Just because you're driving doesn't mean that you necessarily need to rough it. There's a lot of fantastic vehicle and accommodation options available along the way. No matter if you choose to travel through the top end or the red center, there's no need. You can find luxury lodges, hotels, motels, and holiday parks available. You also find all types of vehicles available, from luxurious motorhomes to campervans, 4x4 vehicles, or simple city cars. All types of vehicles are suitable to explore the NT. It simply depends on your itinerary. The Tourism NT website offers a wealth of inspiration and itinerary suggestions for every region and length. In terms of activities and experiences, I can only urge every visitor to book a few guided tours during their road trip. You just gain so much more insight and information about the region you're traveling in. Okay. Having a look at our itineraries, if you visit the northernterritory.com website, you'll see that we distinguish between short drive and long drive itineraries. All come with activities, accommodation and restaurant recommendations, and you will also know if the route can be done in a two-wheel drive or if a four-wheel drive is needed. Our short drive ranges from 2 to 5 days. In the top end, for example, we have the 2-day Litchfield water hopping itinerary. It's a quick and easy trip from Darwin. A little further afield are the 4-day Kakadu National Park Explorer and the 4-day Catherine and Nidmaluk Gorge Explorer. And in the red center, the shorter itineraries include 4-day Alice Springs Explorer, which covers Alice Springs and the beautiful West McDonnell Ranges. And then we have the 4-day Uluru and Kings Canyon tour, starting and ending at Uluru, visiting Kings Canyon in the Wataka National Park. And then, of course, we have the 5-day Red Center Way, which covers all the Red Center highlights, such as Uluru, Kings Canyon, and Alice Springs. We then have the longer drives. These itineraries focus on 6 days and longer. You can find drive itineraries including connections to other states as well. For example, the Savannah Way connects the Northern Territory with Western Australia and Queensland. And we also have itineraries for the lesser known regions, such as Arnhem Way, which covers Catherine and Arnhem Land. It's very exciting. And then we have Binns Track, which explores Alice Springs, Tennant Creek, and Catherine regions. You can download these and other itineraries from the consumer website or from our trade website. Then we'll have a quick look at our rental car companies. Obviously, we're going to hear more about this from Dan in a little while. But generally speaking, you can find rental car stations in all major access points in the NT. Speaking of Darwin, Alice Springs, and Uluru. THL, for example, owns all major camping vehicle brands like Maui, Britz, Mighty Campers, Cheaper Camper, Hippie, and the newly acquired Apollo Campervans. More details on this in very shortly. Adventure Rentals is a locally owned NT company offering a brand new fleet of 4-wheel drive cars with rooftop or ground tents and all camping equipment included. A great product with rental stations in Alice Springs and Darwin. And then we have Territory Car Rentals trading as Thrifty Car and Truck Rental. It's actually the longest serving rental company in the Northern Territory, and their locations can be found in Darwin, Catherine, Tennant Creek, Alice Springs, and Yulara. Other global brands like Avis, Hertz, and Sixt are obviously also to be found in the NT. They offer the usual rental vehicles. All have rental stations in the usual points, especially at Uluru. In Yulara, you can choose to either pick up from Ice Rock Airport or from the Yulara tourist information. And as always, it's all good and well that I'm telling you all of this, but where would you find the information when you most need it? If you visit our website, northernterritory.com, you find comprehensive information and inspiration on self-drive itineraries, insights into the different areas, and local tips on what best to do. Simply go to the Trip Ideas section and click on Road Trips. You'll find the different itineraries with suggestions for routes, accommodation, and things to explore along the way. Alternatively, you can find more information on the trade website under trade.northernterritory.com. Under resources, you'll find the itineraries. Also make sure to have a look for great ideas under the latest articles and local tips. And lastly, see which companies are offering specials and deals at the moment. You always find these on the Northern Territory start page. All right. And this already brings me to our first guest today. We have Daniel here from THL. Daniel, are you with us?
I'm here. Welcome, everybody. Nice to meet you all.
Fantastic. Great to see you. Do you want to share your presentation, and I'll give everything up to you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Perfect. Awesome. So we at THL believe that there's so much more to see to the Northern Territory than just your typical Darwin, Alice Springs. There's so much more to explore, and that's why we have all these lovely campers, 4-wheel drives for you guys to rent, or for your guests to rent as well. So jumping straight into it. So recently Apollo and THL underwent a merger. So now we have 6 different brands to offer our guests. So plenty of choice for them. So we start off with our Maui, which is our premium vehicles. So these are the vehicles that are newest on fleet, so anywhere from brand new to 2 years of age. There's a toilet and shower on all models, and there's a barbecue fitted to the outside on some of the models as well. Apollo is our all-rounder, so it offers the widest range of campers from two-wheel drive to four-wheel drive, and they're all the way from brand new up to 4 years of age. Then we go into our Britz. So Britz, we introduce a couple of more four-wheel drive options as well for our guests to go out and explore on those dirt roads where our two-wheel drives can't go. It's more of a future-focused fleet. So we've really tried to narrow it down to sort of 6 key vehicles. Then we go into a sort of more of our budget-conscious brands like the Mighty, Cheaper and Hippie, for those guests looking to spend a little bit more on their experiences or activities and just sort of want a set of wheels and a bed instead of a nice luxury camper. So we do have 10 branches across Australia, Sydney and Melbourne and Brisbane being the biggest gateways into the Alice Springs and Darwin. So we do offer one-way travel as well available. From Alice Springs to Darwin or from Darwin to Alice Springs. So guests don't have to do a loop. They can just do one way if they choose. So we do offer a whole bunch of self-drive itineraries on our website as well. So for guests who don't really know what to do or just need some inspiration or how long or how big the Northern Territory is, they get a sense of how many kilometres they need to drive. And it helps them plan their route a little bit better as well as budget for fuel and stuff as well along the way. So we have the Kakadu one and then we have the Red Centre one, which we recommend about 5 days for as well. So a really great little feature that our team have developed is our THL Road Trip app. So it's a free app to download for all our guests on Google Play or iTunes. It includes a full show-through video of the camper, what it looks like and where to find everything. It has a whole bunch of handy tips on how to prepare for a motorhome holiday if they've never done it before. So simple tips just like packing in a duffel bag really goes a long way in ensuring that the space in the camper is maximised. We also have GPS located maps where guests can look around for petrol stations, activities, places to eat, as well as caravan parks as well. And we also have a whole bunch of camper help videos on there. So these videos pretty much cover everything from how to operate the toilet, how to operate the shower, gas, electrical, beds, everything the guest needs. We've got this big long list of videos for them to look through in case they need to refer back to it along their journey. So some of the standard inclusions across all our brands is the THL Road Trip app, unlimited kilometres for all of our two-wheel drive vehicles, 300 kilometres per day for the four-wheel drives. We do find that this is often enough because it allows guests to stop and experience their activities along the way instead of just driving through the whole day. But they can choose to upgrade this to unlimited kilometres if they like. A full kitchen kit, all your general equipment, so all your cleaning products, personal kits, so all your bed linen and towels, and we do have a 24-hour on-road care team as well. All the numbers are on the keys, so guests, should they get stuck anywhere, they always have that point of contact to our team who can help. So a really great little PDF that we've developed to help ensure that the pickup process is as smooth as possible is we've developed this pre-travel PDF, which we send out to guests and we like our trade partners to send out to their guests. So it links them to the self-check-in, which every guest must do, and links them to the THL Road Trip app, what to expect, and information on toll passes, and so much more as well. Cool, so going to our fleet lineup. So this is our fleet lineup for the 24-25 season, starting from April. So Maui is our still premium experience. So we just have the 5 core vehicles, all the way from 2 adults up to 6. The Cascade and Ultima Plus have the barbecue fitted to the outside, and the Cascade, Beach and River all have that external awning too, which is just great for sitting outside under a picnic table. Then we go on to our Apollo. So Apollo has the widest range of campers. So we've got our non-toilet and shower options in here as well. So for guests looking to just use the facilities of caravan parks instead of off-the-grid living. So the High Top and Endeavour are built on the shorter wheelbase Mercedes, and they don't have the toilet and shower. And Apollo is also where we introduce our first four-wheel drive, which is our adventure camper. So it's a 2-berth, it's got a little pop-top roof at the back, and all the kitchen facilities are on the outside. Then we go into our Britz. So our Britz, we introduced the Safari and Outback, which are our 2 seasonal four-wheel drive vehicles. So every year we build on brand new Toyota Hiluxes. So the Safari is equipped with the rooftop tent, and the Outback is equipped with a separate pop-up tent. So it kind of gives guests that option whether they want to camp with their car or if they want to set up a base camp and use their vehicle to go and explore. Then into the Mighty and Cheaper. It's a very similar sort of lineup, but the Cheaper does have that four-wheel drive camper available as well. Cool. So some additional packages that we do recommend guests to add on just for that peace of mind in case anything goes wrong is our value pack. So this is between $60 to $68 per day. This includes everything from your single rollover cover, extra driver fees, includes picnic table and chairs as well, which is just great for sitting outside and having a beer or coffee. You can exchange your linen too after 7 days. And it includes your portable fan heater and child booster seat as well. And then we've got the four-wheel drive additional cover, which is just a one-off fee. So this reduces your accident liability to 0 and just covers accidental damage to overhead, underbody, unlimited windscreen, just for that peace of mind in case the guests are wanting to explore a little bit more of those four-wheel drive tracks, then they've got that peace of mind there in case anything goes wrong. They're not going to be forking out a huge bill at the end. So yeah, just some additional information. So yeah, the one-way options are available. Yeah, Alice Springs, Broome and Darwin are closed from 1st of December to 31st of March. And then we do offer multilingual staff in branches as well. And that's it. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Dan. We had one question coming through, and
Sure.
I'm not entirely sure if you would know this. Obviously, we recommend to stay at one of our campsites, but Maria would like to know if freedom camping is a thing in Australia, specifically in the NT, and if you have any idea how that would compare to New Zealand, if there's different rules.
So it kind of depends per council. It's always worth checking in with council rules and regulations as to what they allow. Yeah. There's a bit of inconsistency with what other companies are telling their guests as to where they can camp. We do recommend, yeah, just to check with the local council rules and regulations before deciding that you want a freedom camp.
Yeah. Yeah,
because they all vary across state to state and council to council, compared to New Zealand, where it's just one general rule.
Okay, that's good to know. But yeah, we have Hannah here from Discovery Parks. So obviously there's always the option to camp at a great Discovery Parks campsite.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Dan. At the moment, there's no further questions from what I see. If anyone wants to know a few things and it only dawns on you later, no problem. Just pop it in the Q&A section. There we go. Sorry, one more. How safe is it to be camping in and around Alice Springs at the moment, given the latest news reports? I guess it's safe to camp.
I haven't heard otherwise. It's always, yeah, we've never had any guests come back to us saying that they felt unsafe. We have, tons of guests stay there throughout the year.
Yeah, and I mean, the campsites do all have gates and other things, so it's
absolutely,
safe to do so. All right, we will answer any other question if nothing comes through in the next minute. Hannah, are you ready?
I'm here and I'm ready.
Fantastic. Thank you, Dan. And over to Hannah from Discovery Parks. There we go. If you want to share your presentation, you're good to go.
Beautiful. Thanks, Miriam. Thanks, Dan. Hi, everyone. My name's Hannah. I'm here from the G'day group. So here to talk to you about a little bit about who we are and what we do. So I'll get right into it and share my screen. Just one sec.
Fantastic.
Alrighty. So I have quite a bit to cover, so I will kick straight off and jump right in. But if you have any questions, please feel free to ask as we go through, and I can answer them at the end. So the G'day group, we do have a number of brands underneath the G'day group banner. So we have the Discovery Parks, Discovery Resorts, and currently El Questo and McCracken are sitting in their own branding. So the G'day group, we do have quite a large footprint, as you can see on the screen here. We have over 85 properties all the way across Australia, and these are ranging from your budget accommodation all the way through to luxury lodges. Of those 85 or more properties, we've hand selected 34 of those where we see the most significant trade demand. And these properties we do offer your static commissionable rates, and these are available via your preferred wholesaler or inbound tour operator. If you do receive inquiry for any of the other properties, please feel free to send that through to your wholesalers as well. So into our first brand, the Discovery Parks brand. So the Discovery Parks, that's very much your holiday park style accommodation. So great for your guests that are looking to do a self-drive itinerary to package up with your THL vehicles. We are located all the way across Australia. Great for those looking to self-cater. So on the screen here is an example of one of the parks that one of the cabins that you might expect to see in our Discovery Parks property. So super modern, very comfortable. This is a 2-bedroom cabin, and it does have the kitchen facilities as well. So we're located out in the beautiful regions all the way across Australia. This is a few examples of where you might find our Discovery Parks. And then moving into our resorts brand, so the Discovery Resorts, the difference between the Discovery Parks and resorts, this is a little bit more of a higher end style accommodation. There will be a food and beverage component as well, and an experiential offering at our resorts. Some examples on the screen here, so absolutely stunning locations. The top two on the screen are in the Kimberley region, Undara in outback Queensland, and McCracken down in South Australia. But obviously today we are here to talk about the beautiful Northern Territory. So jumping into the top end, we have Discovery Parks Darwin. This is part of the Discovery Parks brand. So once again, great for those self-driving, looking to self-cater, families, couples, friends travelling together. Our property in Darwin is actually the closest caravan park to Darwin City. So it's about a 10-minute drive out of the CBD. And as you can see from the screen here, it's a beautiful tropical oasis with the manicured gardens. All of the cabins do have balconies as well. So a great place to kick back with a cold beer or wine or beverage of choice after a day's touring and activities. We do have 42 of the superior studios there and 12 superior 1-bedroom cabins. To give you a bit of a feel for the property, so as I said, that beautiful green tropical feel, we do have the resort style swimming pool to cool off at the end of the day. Very modern facilities. This is the superior studio room on the screen now. We do also have the larger cabins available as well, but yeah, fantastic kitchen facilities available in all of the accommodation types. Moving on to Discovery Parks Katherine. So Katherine is located about a 3.5-hour drive from Darwin. This is actually a new contracted property for us for 24-25 and 25-26. The property itself is located about 6 kilometres outside of Katherine, so a great place to kick off your adventures and explore, you know, the outback where it meets the tropics. We are on the way to Nibbaluk Gorge, so a fabulous location. We've got 6 standard cabins, the elevated studios, and a very exciting new cabin type, our deluxe 2-bedroom cabins. So they are on the screen now. These were actually completed in December last year. Brand new. In the recent months, they were actually a little bit impacted, just some of the stairs impacted by some flooding. So they are currently offline, but they will be bookable from April this year. So super brand new, eco-friendly, and as you can see, an absolutely stunning design. Now moving down into the Red Centre, we have a few properties in the Red Centre which can make for a fabulous journey, quite common to fly into Alice Springs or Uluru and do the loop. As you can see on the screen here. I will touch on Glen Helen. Glen Helen is currently closed, unfortunately, due to some water infrastructure issues, but we do remain committed to reopening that property, so we will keep you updated as that progresses. So we currently have Alice Springs and Kings Canyon open. It's about from Alice Springs to Glen Helen, about a 2-hour drive, and then moving on through the Morini Loop to Kings Canyon, about 3 hours journey, and then moving on to Uluru is quite a popular itinerary choice, particularly for the self-drivers. So kicking off in Alice Springs, this is a great place to kick off your Red Centre journey. This is a Discovery Parks branded property. We're located about a 5-minute drive between the airport and the CBD itself. So we are a little bit outside of the CBD in a beautiful, safe area. It is quite a large property, so we have a range of different accommodation options available, from standard, superior and deluxe cabins. We have the beautiful pools you can see on the screen here. It is a very friendly atmosphere, so it's quite often that we will have stargazing happening up on the cliff there, or we have food trucks available on site, and we are in a great location, only a short walk down the road to the Alice Springs Brewery as well. Some images on the screen just to give you a bit of a feel. So this is the deluxe 2-bedroom cabin. Once again, great for those looking to self-cater, fabulous for your families, your couples wanting to do that self-drive experience, and that beautiful scenery. So that, you know, it's a great atmosphere with the bonfire at the end of the day's activities. Then we have one of our resort properties, Kings Canyon. It is an absolutely stunning property. I will show you a video and let that do the talking for me. I just absolutely love that video. Can't you just imagine yourself kicking back in that beautiful tub with a glass of wine? So Discovery Resorts Kings Canyon is, as I mentioned, part of our resort portfolio. It is a property that is open year-round, and we've recently completed quite a significant development to this stunning property. So $22 million was spent last year, which meant we completely refurbished all of our standard rooms. There is 96 of those, so quite a large resort, 32 of the deluxe rooms, which you can see on the screen here. And we do have 6 glamping tents available at the property as well. 2 restaurants on site at Discovery Resorts Kings Canyon. So Kings Canyon Bar and Grill, which was previously known as Thirsty Dingo, has had a complete redevelopment, offering casual dining with outback Australian cuisine. And then we also have the Carmichael's restaurant, which is an a la carte, and you'll also enjoy your buffet breakfast there in the morning as well. So the standard rooms you can see on the left-hand side, they are absolutely stunning. I stayed in one of these last year. They also feature a really large bathroom. A question that we received yesterday, there is no longer the shower standing over the tub. We have removed that, and it's a beautiful large waterfall shower with a double basin. The glamping tents on the right-hand side there, as I said, there are only 6 of those, but they are a really, really popular option for that glamping experience. The deluxe rooms, if you were familiar with the property in its previous state, we did previously have the spas. So we've removed those spas and we've replaced them with this stunning freestanding tub overlooking the outback scenery there. You know, great place to kick back with a glass of wine after your day's adventures. To give you a bit of a feel for the property itself, a lot of activities which I will go into in just a moment. You may have seen on the video just before, we have a really exciting experience which launched in April last year, which is Light Towers at Discovery Resorts Kings Canyon. So you may be familiar with Bruce Munro, the artist behind Field of Lights over at Uluru. We've partnered with the same artist to bring us this beautiful immersive sound and light installation. I've heard before that the image on the screen here, they look quite small. These are actually very large structures, so they're 2 meters high. So it's a fabulous experience overlooking the canyon itself. There is 3 ways to experience Light Towers. So sunset being our premium experience. Guests will walk down to the sunset viewing platform, enjoy sparkling wine, canapes that are influenced by the native flavours. The guide will give them the story behind the installation, and then they'll have time to wander through at their leisure. There are also 2 other experiences available. So sunrise, which is your guided experience, including your hot drinks and pastries in the morning, and then the by night, which is a fully self-guided experience. Well, a lot to see and do in Kings Canyon. So the canyon itself is obviously a major attraction. You can experience the guided rim walk. The canyon you can see in the image just behind here. We also have the looking at the track introduction walk, which is a fabulous way to get to know the land and not as much mobility required for this one. So some great views. The rim walk, I will mention, it is a higher level of mobility is required. So there is a 500 steps at the beginning. After that, it's easy going, I promise. We have the Under a Desert Moon dinner, which is a 5-course outback dining experience with paired wines. It's a very intimate, beautiful experience under the stars, capped at 12 people per sitting. I'm running out of time, so I'm going to fly through, but we do have these new exciting packages available, which makes it really easy for you to grab and book the experiences that I've just mentioned. So Kings Canyon, we have a 2-night package available, which includes your accommodation, meals, and the experiences, the best of experiences in the region. This one is available between April and October, so our high season. And then we have a package available for the shoulder season as well between November and March, which includes a beautiful stargazing experience and a Kings Creek guided walk. We do currently have a campaign available and bookable until the end of March this year. So Kings Canyon, the unearthed package that I mentioned just now, you can save $300 per person for your clients. This is bookable through all of your preferred wholesalers and inbound tour operators. Thank you so much. Please let me know if you have any questions.
Thank you so much, Hannah. That was fantastic. Unfortunately, we didn't hear the sound for the video, but that doesn't matter. Nevertheless, it was stunning. Such is technology. We always struggle with it here, so don't worry about it. At this stage, we have one question, and I know the answer, but I'll let you answer it. Do all Discovery Parks and resorts have camping facilities as well for camper vans?
Yes. That's correct. So I mentioned the cabins on the screen earlier. However, we do have the campsites available at all of the properties, including the resorts. So if you do receive inquiry for any camping, please still feel free to send that through as well.
Fantastic. That's all the questions that we had today. Dan from THL already had to run off because he was actually sitting next to me in Sydney today, but he's flying back to Melbourne. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I will make sure that Dan will receive it. Hannah is still staying with us for a moment, and I'm just gonna finish everything up. Yeah. So thanks a lot, Hannah. I'm gonna share my presentation one more time, just to give you an overview of our what's new in the territory. And here we go. All right. Okay. There we go. We're starting off with a Nidmaluk Tours trade special. They offer 30% discount on all touring and accommodation products, such as the Gorge Cruise and stays at the exclusive 5-star Cicada Lodge or the convenient Nidmaluk cabins and campsite. If you're working in the trade, make sure to book the special before 29th of February 2024 by sending an email to Aaron Folletto under sales@jarman.org.au. Then we have an update from Adventure Rentals. I have mentioned them before. They have some exciting plans for the upcoming season underway. Their entire fleet of premium 4-wheel drive vehicles is now all 1 year old or under, which makes it the freshest fleet in the Northern Territory. And they confirmed the arrival of more Toyota Hilux 4-wheel drive campers, increasing their fleet size from 9 to 21 vehicles for the upcoming season. And since last week, the Toyota Prado GXL 4-wheel drive car-only product is now available for booking. Lastly, Adventure Rentals has also moved their Darwin depot to the Darwin CBD, which makes it a lot more convenient for customers to pick up and return their vehicles. They can now make use of the airport shuttle bus, and it's an easy walking distance for those staying in the CBD. Then moving on to Novotel and Mercure. Darwin Airport, they underwent a $30 million upgrade and jointly reopened as Australia's first airport resort in December 2023. The airport hotels merged into one single larger resort with one joint reception desk, reinventing itself from a transit hotel to a destination in its own right and gateway to the top end. The star of the show is the new larger than Olympic-sized swimming pool holding 1 million liters of water. Existing rooms underwent a refurbishment and the room capacity has now increased to a total of 423 rooms across the property. The new room additions are tropical villas with a private plunge pool. Honoring the Larrakia country is deeply embedded in the reinvented resort, so there are Larrakia cultural experiences on offer, and you will see art, local art being integrated across the resort. This also includes the Indigenous Training Academy, offering trainee and apprenticeship qualifications to Aboriginal employees. Then, very exciting, Qantas, oh, excuse me, a little too fast. There we go. Qantas has announced it will launch a second international route from Darwin, offering direct flights from the Northern Territory to Singapore. This new route will join the existing Darwin to Dili service on the international schedule. The new service will start from the 9th of December 2024 and will initially operate 5 days per week before increasing to daily flights from March 2025. Apart from the regular flights to Singapore, this new service will also deliver convenient connections across Southeast Asia, specifically Phuket and Kuala Lumpur, as well as those traveling to London and the rest of Europe. So now you can combine your trip to the NT with an overseas holiday. For more information and flight prices, you can have a look under the qantas.com website. Now, going into events, the NT is waking up again, and the first half of the year is exciting, especially in the Red Center. In March, we have Fab Alice coming. It's a colorful festival that shouldn't be missed. If you're traveling to Alice between the 7th and the 10th of March 2024, you have the chance to take part in the festival. It's based on the iconic 1994 Australian comedy drama Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. And the 4-day festival showcases comedy, cabaret, live music, community pageants, and social activities, whilst paying an homage to the iconic cult movie. It's a fun-filled weekend with world-class entertainment. So if you have anyone traveling to Alice Springs during that time, make sure they know about it. More information is available under fabalice.com. And then just a month later, we have Pajama, a festival in light, which is being held between the 12th and the 21st of April 2024 in Alice Springs. It's the only Aboriginal light festival of its kind, showcasing the oldest continuous culture on Earth through the newest technology. Since its debut in 2016, visitors from across Australia have been drawn to the celebration of Indigenous culture in growing numbers, and 2024 is promising to be another highlight. The plan is to infuse innovative technology with traditional storytelling methods, offering visitors a unique perspective. Once again, a great event to add to any travel itinerary to the Red Center if you're in the area during that time, and more information can be found under pajamaaustralia.com.au. Well, and this brings me already to our trade training program incentives. I'm sure everyone's interested in what's to win this quarter. First of all, big congratulations to last quarter's winners of the touring package and the 2 spots on our NT Roundup for Mill. Every winner has been drawn, the prizes have been given away. And this quarter, we have another $4,000 prize package to the NT on offer. This includes, as always, our $1,000 WebJet voucher, $2,000 worth of Destination Central Australia vouchers. Then THL was so kind to give a 5-day Apollo Campervan rental in the NT. And thanks to Discovery Resorts, they're giving 1-night accommodation at Discovery Kings Canyon in a standard room, including breakfast and light towers by night for 2. And then we have one last placement on our Roundup for Mill scheduled for April 2024. So this can all be won this quarter. The prize draw will take place on Tuesday, 5th of March 2024. And to win, you just need to register. I take it everyone has registered already. If you have done it before, there's no need to register again. Attend the webinar, which you've done now. And then make sure that you complete the new training module. Once again, I will send out a link to the new training module, but you can find it under northernterritory.com modules. If you watch the webinar, you will easily be able to answer all the questions in the module. Well, this brings me to the end of our webinar session today. Please feel free to get in touch if you have any further questions. I did see that we did get a few more questions. Has been answered already. Daniela had asked, do you still offer the budget lodge room in Kings Canyon? And Hannah has already replied, thank you so much. She said, yes, the budget rooms are still available at Discovery Resorts Kings Canyon, located near our campground area. So if anyone wanted to know this as well, there you go. Well, without further ado, thank you so much again for joining us. I hope you benefited from this training webinar, and thanks for taking the time out of your schedule today. So yeah, hopefully we'll see you next time again. Thank you so much.